Yes, good afternoon. My name is Edward Nelson with Examiner.com. I travel to these events. I cover the Republican and Democrat campaign events that you guys have. And one thing that I always hear is the piece about education. I think I'm very fond of that. I mean, thank God I benefited from education. I got a bachelor's, a master's, second year of law school. My thing is that that's what I think when we hear these discussions, we get stuck at just getting the students into an institution of higher learning. But after they get their degree, where's the job? Where's the promise of the job? I mean, when you're talking about a government that functions on inputs and outputs, I look at an institution of education as the input. We instill them with the experiences, the information they need. But the output should be maximized by putting them into a job where they can exercise that knowledge to the best of their potential. And it would be in the interest of all tax-paying citizens that owe a debt from each of these students getting these student loans. And you can't pay it back if you don't have a job. So somewhere in life, our government needs to prioritize hiring students that have high student loans, because that needs to come down because it's up tremendously.
Well, I'm going to just say this. I take your point, and it's an important point, and it's absolutely correct. And you sort of aired the dirty little secret of our profession, right? Well, there's a smaller version of it that we have in political science, which is that, a BA in political science helps you go to law school. It has nothing to do with it. But it keeps the majors up. But the fact is that the connection between human capital as measured in years of education and employment and income is not exactly bogus, but it's closer to bogus than it is to correct, right? Yeah, it's true in some fields, but actually, A. Philip Randolph and Bayard Rustin were really very smart about this. But still, like, you can look at the work that's done by the Economic Policy Institute, elsewhere, that having a union is a better predictor of income and wealth and job security than having a PhD or than years of education, period. And I think you got like 95% of the way there, but then hiccuped, because I would go with you to the point of providing jobs, but not just in a partial way that targets students who were, soaked in debt. But what we need is massive public employment programs, right? And not, picking up leaves or paper on the streets, but doing the work of the society that needs to be done. Like, I don't know, rebuilding the infrastructure of the city of Philadelphia, for example, right? And all the damn bridges that fall down. But I would urge everybody to go look at the freedom budget that A. Philip Randolph and others constructed in 1966, because it's not just physical infrastructure, but social infrastructure. So here we have public K through 12 education systems under vicious attack, right? The dickhead, I'm sorry, I can't think of any other name for him, who is a hedge fund operator who is governor of the state of Illinois now, has just announced, he and the Republicans in the State House, Houses, have announced they're going to introduce a bill to take over the Chicago public school system and put it into bankruptcy to break the union. This is happening all over the country. Public education is being shriveled. Public provision of social services is being outsourced, privatized, right? From child care to policing.
But that's a good thing, though, right?
No. Why?
We've heard that on the Republican
What makes that a good thing?
Because the thing is that it costs too much for the government to run a program.
Why? What?
Well, I'm just going to shrink down.
Well, this is a conversation we're going to have afterward, too.
Next question.
Next question.